This project started because my manager and I, half joking, half chiding, said, why don't you let us get a run of Al Green? You know, we'll show you how it's done.
Once we found out that Questlove and the Roots wanted to work with Al, and then Al is wanting to work with a hip-hop group, it just came together. And I think that's the thing about this CD. Everything kind of just comes together.
I was familiar with all of his music. No one has range like Al Green. He's like a 5-part harmony chorus inside of his own body. You know, there's the falsetto Al Green, church growling Al Green, ferocious soulful Al Green. There's the very church mouse Al Green. And then there's the comic side that no one rarely sees.
What more do you want from me?
I mean, the thing is, you really have to do your homework. You gotta study like all Al's musicians. I studied the engineering of every album. That's basically what we were trying to approximate. And also sort of make a mark of our own. One of the things that I always wanted, especially from the people that I grew up on, is to hear them in a way that's sonically natural to them. For people 30 years ago to sort of use our process to make music doesn't feel right to me.
One of the things was we wanted to keep the sound really organic, so that means we were playing these live instruments, no synthesized things. So we just went in the room and just started playing. Somebody would play something, somebody would play off of that person. Al would say something or sing something, and when he was coming up with his lyrics, the way he was laughing, he surprised himself that these words were flowing so naturally. And that was the vibe in the whole session, that things were just flowing so naturally.
From the beginning, how we've done it is just gather around the piano. I'd get a pad and a pen and write the songs out. I think that's organic. To go in and not plan a thing, not have it wrote out, not have it sketched out. And when it comes together like that.
We felt that to kind of break the ice socially and musically, we all just go in the room, sight unseen, and just start playing off the bat. And the best indication of that we're on the right track is Al himself. So once we get that, woo, right there, man. Yeah, Al Green love that. Al Green can sing to that. Usually, by that point, Al is already singing ideas into the microphone live as we're doing it. So he's sort of like coaching us as we're playing. And as a result, you know, we got a lot of songs, a lot of good songs done.
Your love is just for me, it's just for me. We really just was spitting out songs right and left. There's no possible way I could write them all out. I was just writing verses to this one and a bridge to that one. I was so tired when I got home, I called downstairs to room service and they said, well, what would you like? So I said, hey man, I'll call you back, man. I never did call him back. I was asleep. I mean, you know, I was just drained because there was so many songs. You got the love I need, babe. You got the love I need, babe.
Working with Al Green is not a very structured. You can't put him in a box. You can't program him to be a singer or program his lyrics to where it's not free flowing for him, or he'll shut down. It doesn't feel good. And so it made for an evening of great singing and music slanging.
Artists usually don't corroborate that closely together. You Got the Love I Need was the corroboration between myself, Anthony Hamilton, and that's really the first time I wrote a song on the spot, undone from scratch.
Just you take your time.
I first heard about this album through my manager. I think he said that he'd got an email from Al Green's people and they're making a record and didn't want to be on it. And it was no question really, you know. The first song that we did, which is it's called Take Your Time, that was a song that I started working on at home because I guess I wanted to come here with something. I thought it'd be quite horrendous to sit in a room with like James Poyser and Amir and Al Green and just be stuck for ideas. So the first time we were playing it, I was just kind of playing the guitar part and singing through this line. I'm in the booth and then this voice just comes in and it's Al Green doing the harmony.
Corinne didn't know she was going to sing Take Your Time. She went out to the booth, got a little stool and sat on it and started playing her little guitar. She wrote her verses, I wrote mine again. And this is the way corroboration gets to actually work. Everybody has to commit to the project. When John came in to sing the song by the sea, it might not have been the song that he planned on singing, but that was the song he wound up singing, and it turned out just great.
I've always loved Al Green. I've always loved his voice, always loved the feeling of his records. It's an honor to be able to work with somebody who I've always loved and respected and who's been an important part of black music history and pop music history for that matter.
This is a real thrill for us. As a horn section, it is something we aspire to and have checked out a lot of his records for inspiration. To be playing and hearing his voice in the cans is it's something else.
A lot of it was just like playing in church. There's certain sounds that I was really trying to get on the organ, very similar to the sounds that he used back in the day, but everybody put their thing on top of what we considered his sound to be.
It'd be hard to think of doing it without James. He's just incredible. He played the guts that really actually make up the bread and butter of the album. Amir plays on the crest. He wouldn't let anything go too fast, but he wouldn't let it go too slow. And I think that's unique.
We're doing it because we all idolize Al Green. Ever since word got out that we were doing this project, our phone's been ringing off the hook. I mean, people know a legend.
Al Green is back on the soul, back on the R&B, rhythm and blues cornerstone. Back on the love songs that makes for family, makes for good times, back into his element. It's back on the music, back to where we started. Like one of my friends was telling me last night when I played the CD for him, this does sound like the original Al Green. I'm going like, well, yeah, but it's just 2008. You got the love I need.